Hey guys, my name is Ryan.
And I am Miska.
And welcome to Overwatch Central. So from yesterday to sometime in January, the beta, much like good weather at the moment, is saying goodbye for a bit but promises to return fairly soon. I'd love to say that we're heartbroken and currently cried ourselves to sleep over this news, but to be honest, we kind of welcome a break. We can spend some time with our families over the holiday period, but most importantly, we can have a bit of a salt detox from some of the bullshit we've had to deal with. See last week's top 5 for example. But that doesn't mean that we're halting our content. We've recorded tons of footage for future videos, and we should be able to stick to this 3 videos a week schedule that we've been doing for a while now. We know that the beta is going to come back stronger than ever, so here are top 5 things that we really want to see when our beautiful beta returns.
First up is the obvious, Torbjorn and Bastion changes. Jeff Kaplan gave us an update on the situation in a developer vlog, telling us to expect top-down changes to the 2 defensive heroes over the new year. We wondered why it would be over the new year as per se, but now we know why, because they're pulling the plug on us for a little bit at least. I guess it's a mix of things really. Torbjorn and Bastion can be absolute nightmares in public matches, especially when you combine a few together. New and casual players don't really have an answer to it, and most of the time there seems to be this fear of hero switching, so it's just a constant loop of death and salt. In professional play though, neither are used at all, because for them, they are so easy to pick off. Finding a middle point between these 2 points will be tough for Blizzard devs, but not impossible. We will fill you in on the changes once we can get our hands on them.
If you saw our tournament final analysis on Monday, you saw us talk about the exploitation of multiple Deavers when defending a payload towards the end of a match. Because of the mobility, tankiness and second life that Deaver has jumping out of her suit, multiple Deavers has insane sustainability when it comes to defending a payload just outside of a final checkpoint. We definitely admire the teams that do this, thinking up such a clever strategy, but it feels a bit like a balance issue. One Deaver on her own is completely fine, she's a well balanced hero, but there has to be some changes to multiple Deavers so it's not a genuine strategy. This would be a no issue if this was in public games. We've seen Bastion and Torbjorn spams work super well, but this is not Enigma and Hubris, 2 of the best teams in the world. So in short, some minor changes to Deaver which make multiple versions of her a lot weaker would be something on our Christmas wishlist.
Overwatch has gotten a lot of flack since beta was released. Whether it was genuine concerns or some salty people who didn't get access, we can't really tell, but we've always stuck with the concept that at its bare bones, Overwatch is a super fun game. We sunk in 150 plus hours each into the game with no sense of slowing down. We know that there's going to be a progression system lined up in the future, so that's something we would like to see in January. Being able to visually see your progression on a hero would be fantastic, enabling you to know which hero you play a lot of and which hero you could do with sinking more hours into. Of course, this is a double-edged sword. Imagine your team full of Tracers, Genjis, Widowmakers, which just won't change because they want to level their favorite hero up to level 10 or whatever. Jeff Kaplan again has already said that he doesn't want to give the players any sort of incentive to just play one hero as the game is all about hero switching.
On a similar note, we'd love to see a sort of stats/achievement page. Somewhere where we can see all of our epic and legendary cards, as well as how many games we've won, games on each map, minutes and hours played for each hero, and how much time played overall, stuff like that. We've seen bits and pieces of this beta information that Blizzard have provided us with, for example Symmetra having the highest win rate and Pharah being played the most. Having this information for our own campaigns would be very interesting and really insightful. For example, you've won the most games playing as Reinhardt, but you play Lucio the most, that sort of information. Personally, I don't really know how to gauge how good I am at certain heroes, so having that information handy and being able to go over my own stats and say, right, I could do with practicing this hero, or I'm really good at playing Mercy, so I should practice her in preparation for ranked. Information like that. As someone that just wants to prove in all aspects of Overwatch, having this metadata handy would be a godsend.
And finally, the thing we want to see the most of when beta comes back is drastic changes to the Spectator System. I guess Blizzard didn't really expect casted tournaments to be a thing when the beta launched, but casters like Fishsticks, ESL, Gozo Gamers have all jumped on board and brought us all fantastically organized tournaments. Issue is that the system to spectate just hasn't got enough in it, and visually it can be a bit of a mess. If you watched any spectating streams, you can see the issues immediately. Clunky system to spectate players' perspectives, jumping between free cam and perspectives throws you around the map, and there's no set point that you can just put your camera to. For example, in some of the corners of the maps like you're seeing now. Mix this in with a bug which causes free cams to temporarily gain control of other free cams in the game, which causes just chaos.
So there's top 5 things that we really want to see when the beta comes back. as we said, we're not going anywhere. Content will still be going out over the Christmas sort of holiday period. So be sure to subscribe for that sort of content. And until next time, take care and we will see you then.